I think overall it's very like okay, it's less non-offensive than Makomore and Barnacle, if that makes any sense.
What?
What?
What do you mean? It's less offensive than Mako?
I said it's less non-offensive.
That's an oxy. You have two negatives in that sentence, so it is more offensive.
No, it makes sense.
You make no sense. I'm going to take you to the cashier and get my sense back because clearly you didn't pay for this ice cream correctly. That's a very interesting comp right there. Paintbrush mixed with a
Luna.
No, okay. Mixed with a Luna, and those two actually do combo quite well together. I was more so confused by the Paintbrush Pen combo and rounding it out with the Splashmatic. You guys know what Onix My Chain Got the Rocks plays. They haven't changed it all set for the most part. Right now, that's a DC. Well, now I have to talk about the supermarket more. Oh no, we witnessed a murder.
There is a murder on aisle 5. Someone please clean this up.
Yep, just two squid or octo kids. I didn't see which ones. Just got brutally splatted right there. No mercy. The Dynamo is traumatized for life, having to watch, but they might be able to get a chance to avenge their teammates in this upcoming thing. You know, grocery store Wi-Fi ain't great.
Well, it depends on what grocery store you go to.
What kind of grocery stores you go into that have good Wi-Fi?
Depends on the grocery store.
I wish the people could hear how hard I want to like bury my head in this desk because of that. I am having a lot of restraint right now here, folks. We thank you for being patient with us because your patience inspires me to be even more patient because I have to deal with this.
You don't have to.
That's true. I could just leave the call right now. Nah, we got a set to do. I want to see who comes out on top right here because I want to see a Dynamo win SOS as I commentate it because I will live vicariously in that moment through that Dynamo player.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm excited to see because both the teams very interesting comps, right? We were talking about it earlier. Like I like Paintbrush, Luna, and Pen. For some reason, when I first saw it, I was like, that does not make any sense. And I thought about it more. That makes sense. You have you have Paintbrush, you have Pencil for the long range damage, and you have both you have the Splash for Crab, Burst Bomb, just general AoE, and then you have both Pain and Luna to finish up those close range enemies. So if you think about it more, it makes sense as a weapon.
No, it very much does so, especially with just like all of those weapons are very good at like picking off opponents that are very like at half health or less. Because the Splashmatic's got burst bombs, the Paintbrush does, and Luna Blaster, you have massive area damage, and the Pencil is just it's Pencil.
Yeah.
And insert One Winged Angel theme here. Veni, veni, venias, neme more fagias. Yeah, so we're going to see how, if it is going to be like a boss fight against Sephiroth right here, as we head into our first game. If we see another unfortunate cleanup on aisle 5, I will be very sad, and I will be calling the manager.
I mean, it looks like so far we are good, and we are good to go. Like we said earlier, both these teams, no changes to their comps, or at least to Onix. My Chain Got the Rocks. We know what they're gonna play. They like it. Pollo, we're gonna see how they decide to play this out against a Dynamo roller.
Already a crab deck.
Yeah, very quick crab, just kind of paying up, rolling over to that left-hand side, kind of get in for, I believe, the Luna as well, getting a pick. Unfortunately, one gonna go down, 2 down on either side. Pollo, however, isn't have that Pen just kind of paint over the zone. You see Yacht just gonna go straight for that Luna Blaster, getting a nice double kill. Unfortunately, gonna go down to the Dynamos. There's a lot of back and forth, and it looks like Pollo will be the ones to ultimately come out on top of that as they get both the zone and the lead here. Possibly, yes, they do.
Yes, they do right there. Forcing a jump out right there. Ripple looking for someone to do. Tacos already hard focusing him down with the crab tank, unable to get the pick though. Knows they need to just put pressure on the right side. Is able to get that pick that they were looking for right there. there, just trying to get some burst bombs out, maybe reestablish control of zone right here. They do manage to take Sky, getting the kill right there on Lewis, just the very tip of his head. You were able to see that's 3 down, unfortunately, for Onix, and it looks like that's going to be a delayed wipeout. Beautiful kill by the paintbrush, just the rest of the team forcing them in, and now we just got to see Onix. They're going to be stuck in base for a bit because they cannot push against this pen right here. A whale coming out right now, but mixed with a crab, that's going to be a bit hard to get out on as right now, as they got right side pretty much covered down. But the V-flick, ooh, Bonk is a master of survival, and as a Dynamo player, that's what you need to be right there. 3 down on Pollo, and they retake control.
I mean, yeah, Bonk just kind of perfect timing for that crab to run out so they can get a really free pick here. But Pollo not gonna go away that easily. A nice triple kill from the Luna Blaster there. A delayed quad, I give it to them. Able to at least get even more going. Just hold this for me, why don't you? With that hammer throw, and Pollo just fighting back into the zone. You see Onix though are starting to stabilize at least a little bit here, but I think their biggest problem is going to be kind of that Luna plus paintbrush taking a lot of chip damage here, because I think they're going to have a really big problem just staying healthy, because with all these burst bombs, with the paintbrush, with the crab, they're going to have problems taking fights at full HP. You see going straight for tacos as crab, they're going to go down there as Onix is going to have control of this zone. However, no one's going to be there to defend it until Pollo comes and takes it for themselves.
Yeah, right here we're just seeing 1 down on the side. That Luna Blaster is down, and it will flip right here for Onix. Bonk looking for somebody to potentially be flanking, doesn't see anybody, decides to refocus the crab and the pencil. Very brave, a lone Dynamo trying to charge a pencil, knows they need to jump out right there. Very smart. And once again, Pollo they've retaken zone and have forced Dynamo onto the left side right now. Wake Up looking for a kill, but not really able to see anything. They're doing a good job of just hurting Dynamo into spots that is very accessible for 1 or 2 of their members to just get some quick cleanup kills right there. 2 down, but unfortunately, and it worked right there, as we see that 3 members go down as Luis was distracted with a 1v1 on right side, and Pollo just continues to hold zone right here. They did lose it for a moment. That's a beautiful kill. Do they get the double? No, the hammer throw is a bit off. That V-flick not able to find any purchase right now, and they're just doing a great job of just stalling right here.
Yeah, they stalled enough to at least get them through their penalty points here, but Onix, though, on this left-hand side with the Booyah Bomb, unfortunately, 2 of them are going to go down before the Booyah Bomb even touches the ground, so Pollo can just kind of collapse on them. Lewis, though, staying alive, able to get 1, though, and neutralize the zone, kind of allowing Onix, the rest of Onix, to get in and get at least something going, some points on the board, some way through their penalty points, but Pollo just fighting through it, just making sure they don't give up too much space. I think it's like what, the 8th crab from tacos already. That's a lot of crabs, just putting up a lot of pressure, but being forced to roll around because of this flank from Yacht, just making sure that that crab gets no value whatsoever. 40 seconds remaining in this game. We're gonna see if Pollo can just hold on to the zone here, because Onix, they are not giving up. They're trying their best not to give up any space whatsoever.
Yeah, will once again flip over to Onix right there. Riddle knowing that that's 3 members on them right there. That splashdown, unfortunately, is not going to kill anybody either, but it does force members of Pollo back right now as Onix has made it through their penalty points. They make it to 50. They're going to have to go into overtime if they want this to do. Hammer throw looking for like a little bit short, though. Booyah trying to shred through that armor. Doesn't get it and is forced off to the side right here. 1 down for Pollo. This is not what they need, as they have made it through the penalty and are working it down to 25 points, 24. 2 down on the side of Pollo. That is not what they need. 1 more point. It is over. Onix takes the first game by the skin of their teeth, and they stayed calm and collected. They got the ice cream because they decided what ice cream flavor it was, since Topic clearly didn't want any, and they weren't going to let the frozen chicken distract them from taking game 1 here.
You know, I think they're getting the happy ice cream, at least for now. But yeah, the very good comeback here. They didn't let themselves get overwhelmed by the missiles at the time, the crab, the splash, and the Luna. They didn't let themselves get overwhelmed. They kind of just dealt with it, basically. They did a really great job of just moving around, making sure they kept themselves as healthy as possible. And now, as we go to game number 2, TC Ship Shape, I'm interested to see if Pollo sticks with what they have here, or decide to switch it up a little bit.
their comp is very. Their comp was very, very unique and something that I feel could actually very much thrive on Shape. This is not a bad map at all for Paintbrush. Luna is interesting on this map. I feel like you would be better with a bit of a longer range blaster because there's several like long stints in this map. But that Hammer, as we saw right there, they're very resourceful. With ultra stamina, there are some nutty spots you can get some hammer throws down on this map, or even just push in with it. Though we didn't see too much of that last game. I'm not expecting to see much of a change from Onix. I feel like they know what works. We might see the Stamper player trade off for something else, but I think they're just gonna stick with what they got.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I agree. I think it works really well for Tower. You have Luna, of course. You have Crab. You have missiles. For Onix, kind of the same thing. Like they have what they like. They found what works. They found what works against Wildcard last set. They found what works against Pollo this set, at least in the first game. So I just think it just comes down to game plan. Like I think the biggest issue, at least for Onix, is that this map in general, I will say, is kind of slightly favored towards Pollo's, with that pencil kind of being able to go through or see the entire court and have access to the entire court at all times. I think that's gonna be a very much of a challenge. But to kind of counteract that, if you get to that second checkpoint, I feel like the Dynamo just kind of thrives there. You just have that big wall that no one can reach. You send like a shower of ink on the tower, then it's like you cannot stay there.
Yeah, but you have to get through no man's land to do that, and that's where Pen thrives. So we've also very clearly seen that Onix knows how to play against Pencil on maps like that. We saw that in their last set when they played on TC Haggle. The Dynamo was very, very good at maneuvering around the Pencil, especially while on tower right now. Now who knows? Pollo might have some secret technique that will take him off guard, or just have better aim. But either way, it's gonna be that middle stint of like just trying to get control of tower originally and then get it through first checkpoint to that wall is going to take a hot sec. But we're just gonna have to see what happens right here.
Yeah, both the teams are ready and raring to go. Pollo looking to stop, going down too low.
Double hammer.
Okay.
Double hammer.
Double hammer? Okay, you know what? I'm here for it. Just saying, hey, we're gonna like hyperdive plus pencil.
I've seen weirder, and especially last game, and I think they know that they need to keep up the aggression because they might feel that they let off the gas pedal a little too at the end right there, and they were just not able to pick back up steam. But unfortunately, that Crab is a little bit out of position to the point where Onix is able to punish it right there. Wake Up just doing their best to build special for Hammer right here. That Booyah Bomb is very, very close, and unfortunately gets picked off, though it does force that pencil back right here. Onix making it to first checkpoint right now. We see the Dynamo just sitting quietly, doing my favorite thing, but they have come to the no man's land pass. But the pencil is countered by Rippling right there. Wonderful teamwork. They make it through the first check, and now it's going to be an uphill battle for Pollo.
I mean, Pollo's just trying to at least get to this top right side here. Lewis going to go down to that Crab. 3 members going to go down. This Yacht is going to be the last member remaining, able to make it out alive by the skin of their teeth. Unfortunately, the jumper with the splashdown is going to get some damage off. Is able to get one. Hold on, Lewis kind of turning that around. 2 down on either side. It looks like Lewis going to go down. Jumper, I'm sorry. It's nice knowing you. They're going to go down. And Pollo, after that, they're able to kind of restabilize for now, but like you said at the beginning of the game, they have to keep their foot on the gas because they know if they let up, then Onix is going to take full advantage of that.
Yeah, right now they're just playing for picks in mid. Zap does have Crab ready. We are going to see it right here. Tacos is able to help maybe secure 1 kill, but 1 down on either side. The Stamp needs to move in. We are going to see it right there. Get some covering fire. Do whatever you need to. Unfortunately, they zagged when you should have zigged, and that's both Stamps go down right here. That is not what you want to see. 2 down on the side of Pollo. And Zap is able to take care of 1. Excuse me, Zap Splash. Getting my shooters confused, folks. We are just seeing them stay behind backline, but they can't really do much right now other than pepper them with burst bombs. We do see 2 members peel off, but unfortunately the Dynamo gets picked off by the pencil right here, and just like that, Onix's momentum is cut. They did a great job of drawing attention right there. They didn't jump out when they didn't need to. They held their ground. And that's 2 down again. Onix is staggering. This is not what we want to see right there. The hammer throw from downtown. Are we going to see a second one?
Oh, here we go. You see Wake Up just looking for the opportunity here to throw it, just biding their time. Pollo's gonna break through that first checkpoint. Looks like uncontested here. No, it looks like the tower pencil is gonna go down. Another one gonna go down on the tower. Taco's forced to just slowly roll away and keep themselves alive, able to get one as a little Christmas present, but 3 down for Onix. It looks like Pollo keeping up that aggressive kind of front, able to make sure that Onix cannot, do what they did for that first push. And so far, it's been working. This in-your-face kind of all-or-nothing game plan now seems to be bearing fruit.
Yeah, now they've forced Onix to be the ones who just sacrifice their life in favor of trades. That's a beautiful stamp flank right there. Is able to secure the double kill. Even if you do lose your life, you've gotten the lead and made it to second check. That's all you need right here. Right now, you just are trying to hold on for as much as possible. They get down to the last quarter of checkpoint. They make it back to check. They're not moving as much as they can. Both sides just trading right here, playing the do-si-do. They make it through checkpoint 2. Beautiful work right there, but it is just the pen. But they got what they needed right now. Pollo needs to get out of there. The pencil takes one for the road. Little doggy bag right there, getting some takeout. Bonk. You got 1:15 on the clock. This is very, very doable, but right now you have no range to punish that pencil. You do not want to be B-flicking on that tower. You need to get off. The rest of the team jumps back in, and we're once again back in neutral. We're going to need to see some picks before any team gets back in the open here.
Yeah, I'm looking towards that hammer. I'm looking towards that top left side. You see one's gonna go down, one on either side. Tacos in a fight versus Rippling, looking to get this pick, able to stay alive by the skin of their teeth. Lewis, nice pick there.
Beautiful direct.
Beautiful direct. Yeah, able to at least try to start some momentum for Onix here, but unfortunately these hammers and this aggressive playstyle is working really, really well for Pollo here. But we're gonna see if can
Lewis right here, the master of just patient. That is a DC. That's not what you want to see in the last 30 seconds of game. We are having some technical difficulties here, folks, both on player side and on
the DC.
Yeah, no, that's not what you want to see. You're getting a little bit robotic, my friend. I do not want you have to start pulling out my Star Wars dictionary and speaking binary, but that's 2 down on the side of Onix. You hate to see it. That is not how either team, I'm sure, wanted this game to go, but it is. With only 2 seconds left on the clock and a crab on the tower, that game will go to Pollo. It's an unfortunate thing that we have to worry about DCs, and that game will not be replayed. Pollo will take that game, tying the score 1-1. You good, buddy, or am I going to have to pretend I'm C3PO?
Don't worry. Hey, I'm R2D2, so I'm chilling. No, you're R2D2. I'm C3PO.
What the heck? Nah, you were the one speaking binary for a second there, or was I also?
No, I'm C3PO. You're R2D2. It's been predetermined in stars.
I mean, that means I'm the sassy one and you're the stuck-up one. Okay.
Hey man, I'll take it. Listen, everyone loves C3PO. What can I say?
That's true. We do love our king. He's great.
Yep.
He's great. It's, where the kings are commemorated? In museums. Museum d'Alfonsino. God, call me a middle-aged white man and how that segue went. Let's go.
What are you, Paul Blart?
Yeah, that was the joke. Museum cop, not mall cop.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
The type of sass that only comes from R2D2. Jokes like that, folks. By the way, this just in. For our third place winner, we do have, drumroll please. I hope my mic picked up that drum roll. I don't think it did. Anyway, we have Dynamo taking it over 3-0 over Wildcard, securing their win in third place. Lovely to see. Congratulations, Dynamo and Wildcard, for your amazing performance this far in set. Back to you, Topic, as we are about to head into Clan Blitz Museum d'Alfonsino.
Honestly, I hope for no DCs, because I feel like Onix they had a bit of momentum going their way. Definitely did. Mm-hmm. Right, they got a pick, they started going, and then it went shimmy yay, shimmy ya, shimmy poof, and they were gone. Right, so that kind of halted everything that they wanted to do. So at very least, no DCs. Game plan wise, honestly, I think if Pollo sticks with what they had with that double hammer and crab pen, I think it works really well here, because I think crab in general is really good on this map, because you can crab from top mid to the enemy side, and then hammers kind of just take over plat like it's nothing, honestly. So I think overall it can work really well for them.
I mean, the double hammer comp was not something I expected, but it would not be unwelcome on this map. This is a very good hammer map, like you were just talking about, and having one after the other, or God forbid, two at the same time, can be very stress-inducing for a team, especially if you're pushed back here on Museum, because this is a very easy map to get steamrolled on.
Yeah, I think what's at least helpful for either team is, of course, how far the top sides are from being camped. So I think if you can take advantage of that, but if you take advantage of that, then your front is kind of wide open. But we're gonna see what they decide to go with. Yep, we're gonna see Pollo sticking with that double hammer.
The rapid
with before. Ooh, okay. The pencil killer, or the pen counter. Rapid rapid winter, and bonk. Interestingly, no dynamo. The comets, I believe. The comets brush.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, it makes sense. I was going to just talk about the fact that Dynamo will actually suffer much more against Pencil on this map than we would have seen last time. Bonk looking for a kill, and right now, unfortunately, just a bit out of range right here. That brush will be very helpful, and of course, that Rapid Blaster Pro will be wonderful at getting coolers and taking care of that pen if need be. Bonk forces him off the map and wastes the special. That's what you like to see.
One.
Jukes the second one. How does he do it? He's able to get the double. Bonk is the GOAT. Oh my god.
I mean, saying a lot. Shout out Bonk. That was fantastic. Just staying alive, getting Onix at least some space so Pollo can't take plat immediately. Very good there. Unfortunately, their ball is going to die on Pollo's plat, and Pollo looks like kind of recovered relatively quickly, able to just retake mid like it's absolutely nothing. Taco staying alive, getting an assist with the pick there. You see the crab at the ready, probably gonna pop it here. There it is. Just kind of put up the pressure on the plat, able to get one, looking for even more on the backside. You see Rippling just trying to stay alive, stay away from the crab. It is gonna work out, and Pollo is gonna be the first ones to score, but very little follow-up. You see that Tacos has a couple clans to work with. They're gonna go down there. From the other side, the Luna Blaster able to get, no, not even quite able to get another one in. It was just that power plus one clam. So got a question, because now Onix, if they score, they have a free power clam to work with.
Yeah, and for a Bonk right here, just harassing the Splash-O-Matic just to force them back into base right there. Unfortunately, it goes down. Does manage to secure a trade. Pollo looking for another push right here. I wonder if we're going to see the crab go round again. You know, yeah, right. A wonderful, wonderful thing right there from Yacht, able to just pivot off to the side, just get a little shot in with the Gallo 2-2 and then done. Lewis right here having to back up because they know they can't do anything to push, wanting to get that cooler out. Even if they die, they need that lifeline right here for their team. Great maneuverability onto the wall to try to avoid the crab. That wall might save them, but it missed. They missed the power clam. And with two down, that's not what you want to see, forcing the pencil to jump back. Somehow, Onix has stopped that push from happening, and they're looking to get back out here in mid. That's already one down on their side, though. They don't need to stagger here. They need to keep that momentum moving, but with Bonk going down right here, and once again, another going down, that's not what you want to see right here. They need to do something to regroup.
Yeah, I think what's working out for Pollo is these consistent flanks from the right hand side, just having the Wiper, having the Luna kind of drop there, keep Onix on their toes, and so far it's working out, because Bonk once again are trying to go in, but they cannot put all the resources here just yet, because they know one might flank here. But Onix, though, may have an opportunity to possibly get to plat. But you see a crab, you see a hammer, you see possibly a second hammer at the ready almost. So Pollo, they have what it takes to kind of defend their plat with their honor. You see Wake Up just going in, able to score behind the backs of Onix alongside the power clam jumper from Sky. 45 points, 42, and Pollo kind of just biding their time. They got the flank off, and they profited from that. 33 points on the board remaining, and now Onix in a much deeper hole now.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition right there. They've still got the basket open, getting it down to 30 points right there before 3 of them go down and already got 6 clams back on deck. I mean, hey, they saw that Onix wasn't committing to a push because they saw how many specials they had. So to just take advantage of the situation, they had one member just sneak up behind, stamp their way in past any defenses, make it into base, and get that ball rolling. And what's cooler, they were able to jump in. But right now, it looks like Onix does have the momentum they need. They have 2 down on the side of Pollo. They're looking to try to get it. They do get 1 super clam in. Are they able to get the second? No, they go down.
No.
That offense is gone. That is not what you want to see right here, as only about 35 seconds left on the clock. Both teams need to play very smart right here. Does Onix have pity? They do, but they need to use it wisely right here. They can't afford to stagger like they have been doing in the whole game, like Dynabo did in their set against them. They need to work together here and take any opportunity presented to them.
Yeah, but you see right here that Pollo just kind of take away his opportunities every time they get 10 seconds remaining. So if you're Onix, you have to at least start getting the resources to push. You have 2 specials at the ready. You have 3 you have 24 clams at the ready. So if you get in, that is the game here. You see Bonk pushing in with that Kraken to try to force a mistake from Pollo here, just backing up, staying alive. And that crab doesn't be very, very big here. Unfortunately, one's gonna go down. 2, 3 down. Another flank from the Luna Blaster is able to kind of end the hopes of Onix's push. They had everything. Unfortunately, all it took, like I said earlier, a flank from the Luna, got a double or triple kill, and kind of cut that they nipped that at the bud with how quickly that was shut down. And now Pollo, a 2-1 lead, possibly looking to take a 3-1 tourney win.
Very, very possible. Unfortunately, just at the end there, nobody pushed up with Bonk and that Kraken. And hey, I can't blame them. When you have Pencil and a Crab staring you down, you can't. You definitely don't want to be the one to run first across that kill zone that is the floor of Museum D'Alfonsino. But something needed to be done right there, and the one to seize that was not Onix. It was Pollo sending somebody off the flank. I mean, hey, they had 2 wonderful flanks there that secured them to the game. And Onix, if they want to stay alive in this tournament, go to game 5 and potentially win it all, they need to be able to deal with those flanks and offer their own in return. And what better map to do that than on Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control? Because if they get somebody on VATS, I feel like they might be able to hold it for just a long time.
Yeah, but that's kind of the big question, is if they can get someone on the bats. If they can do that, they can hold really, really well. But on the other hand, if they don't get up to bats, then the second checkpoint is, of course, as we both know, pain
and suffering.
Second checkpoint is pain and suffering for either team. So I think it's very, very important that you get someone up on bats. And I think for Onix, my chain got the rocks. I think like what they got learned from this previous game, check your flanks, because this map, while it's not as common as on Museum, it's still a very decent flank. It still works. You still get behind the enemy. So I think making sure that you at least acknowledge that someone's flanking is very, very important here, because if you don't, then Pollo can just do what they did game number 3 and just win the entire thing.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is going to come down to who gets momentum at the start of the game, because we do see that Onix was faltering a bit whenever they couldn't get an early lead. We saw them sort of in game 1, there was just a lot of back and forth, and they were able to finally secure their footing near the end of the game when they forced Pollo to begin staggering. Tower control, they did have an early on lead, and unfortunately that DC just messed them up. But right there in Museums, they hesitated. They couldn't get in. They need to be aware, and they need to push together if they want to survive here on Inkblot. They need to be aware that somebody's going to try to come up from either side, from either one of the pits on the left or the right, and try to flank around to behind box, and that's not what you want to see. So you need to just be aware, call it out, get your teammate to assist you to pick off anybody who might do that, such as a Luna or a Wiper. I do wonder if we're still going to see the double Stamp comp on this map. I think it's a little less likely. Stamp's not bad here, it's just a little more eclectic due to the varying due to the varying architecture here on Inkblot.
I mean, hey, we're gonna see. Pollo, they got them this far. They might go back to the paintbrush. We will. Nope, sticking with double hammer. They like it. No
If it
need
ain't
to
broke, don't
switch for
fix.
the. Ooh,
The
okay, hold on.
bucket.
From the side of Onix, yeah, those GG strikes from Lewis. That's gonna be very, very big here. Kind of in a do or die moment. Kind of had another special kind of contest tower, but immediately just putting up that aggressive front. You see both the Luna and Viper. We talked about it last time. Just putting up that that kind of not wall, but that kind of veneer of hey, we're gonna push you and you have to deal with it or else.
Yeah, no, that was less than 9 seconds, by the way, before that trade happened. I just wanted to point it out for folks at home. Right now, we do see Pollo in control of tower right here. They're getting a kill on that flanking gal, and the Pencil just doing their best, not letting anybody stick. A double kill right there from Luna. I believe that's exactly what Pollo wants right here as they make it to the first checkpoint. Double stamp coming out, secures another 2 kills. The 3. What is happening over there? 4. That is a delayed wipeout right there. Pollo, what was happening?
We don't know, but all we know is the outcome is Pollo getting through that first checkpoint. The second one, the Pencil just chilling. They have their book, they have their hammock as well. They're just relaxing on the tower because the rest of Pollo is just kind of cleaning house on Onix right here, getting towards that third checkpoint. Still, Sky has not been contested at all till right now. 10 ticks remaining. They're gonna go off the tower. Just Lewis here on the bucket versus Tacos, forcing Tacos back. Joker's gonna come in here. You see the Luna gonna go down. Tacos is gonna go down, and Lewis single-handedly saved the game, if not the tourney, for Onix here. So now Pollo, you have set the bar very high, and Onix, you have a very, very, very tall mountain to climb. Not only have to get this set to 5 points for me, you have to get through all 3 checkpoints.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if there's any team to do it, I do think it is them, but they need to stop. Ironic, given their team, the team they're going up against, they need to stop running around like headless chickens and feeding into the Pencil right there. I know the flank that you were trying to do right there, and it could have worked, but unfortunately, you didn't have anybody backing you up. Right here, they did make it to first checkpoint right now. Stamp throw, unfortunately, does click the blaster right there. Trying to stay on top right now. That jump is so dead. Oh, never mind. Splashdown!
It worked.
Yeah, it did. The Maya able to secure 2 right there. Lewis doing a great job just trying to hold out right here on tower. They make it through the first checkpoint. That is what they want to see, but I don't know how they're going to get through this defense, especially when that crab is going to get popped here in a second. Strikes are definitely going to be a big help. Gets one who was a little bit out of position. You should not have charged that blaster right there, my good friend Lewis. And there comes the crab. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about that topic.
I mean, yeah, this crab's just gonna try to, or is going to shut down that push forward. Starts going to get Lewis with a first bomb. Nice job there. It was like Onix. I think they just weighed out the crab here. You see, they're gonna be able to break through that checkpoint after that crab ran out. Very, very clutch there. Tacos is gonna go down here. So Pollo kind of gonna be on their back foot, but not for long. You see it. I see it. Hammer is ready. They pop it, gonna throw it probably at the tower, probably next to it. We're gonna see what they're gonna do here. They do throw it at the tower. No one's gonna go down there. Lewis CL is gonna go down as well. Another one gonna go down. 3 gonna go down. It's just Bonk in the uninkable, and they are going to get it picked before going down themselves. So Pollo managed to at the very least save that last checkpoint. So now if you're Onix, you see right here, they're kind of doing what Pollo did to them last game. They're keeping this aggressive front up, and so far it's working out as Sky is now the last member remaining, going from
yeah, no, they had full control right there.
To keeping Pollo back is fantastic.
Yeah, right now those strikes and the Splashdown doing their best to try to secure some type of lead, but unfortunately that's 3 down on either side. Lewis, you cannot get on tower while that Pencil is looking at you. He's just doing his best to keep the tower from moving backwards and provide cover for his team. That's actually very smart. Keeping the tower where it is just allows it to block the shots from the pen, not allowing anyone to get picked off. 1 down on either side. Lewis, the man, jumping back and forth like it's gym class at the jungle gym during recess right here. Bonk, unfortunately does go down. Those strikes aren't going to find as much usage as I think they wanted. But Yacht does manage to get a kill on Wake Up Cow. That's 2 down. They need to work with it right here. Lewis is still alive somehow. Manages to get it the 3rd check. And it's just do-si-doing around the tower. Gets another splashdown. Is able to clear 3rd checkpoint.
Wait, 5 points. It's close.
It's 3 down. It's 3 down. Lewis pushing out with his sky. They take lead. They took lead. They took the game.
Yo, shout out Lewis CL, dancing around like, ironically, a headless chicken, just staying alive, getting the jumps, just keeping themselves in spots to where their team can come back and jump in. Just wow, just forcing a game, just snatching victory from Pollo. Give them the chain. Give Onix an actual chain for that. That was fantastic, I will say. They went down early. They were what? They were down 6 to 100. They fought back. They kept up with the flanks. They kept the picks coming. They made sure they used their specials accordingly. They made sure that they did not go down to not useless fights, but bad fights. They took better fights as the game progressed, and guess what? It worked out. Just fantastic. But now you have the momentum. All that matters now, it's game 5. It's winner take all.
Mommy zones. I can't say anything about that last game that hasn't already been said. We're back in the Splatlands, back where at the ruins that will decide who takes victory and who will be sent home just with the sting of defeat. Hey, Onix has, like you said, Onix has momentum right here. They need to keep it going. This is going to be a very good map for Dynamo, but also paradoxically a very good map for Penn. It really just depends on which team is able to push the other out faster. No changes from Pollo right there. No changes from Onix. Both teams have their rhythm. They have their groove. It's time to make some beautiful music, create a beautiful storyline right here. Let's go game 5.
Yeah, game 5, I expect Pollo to kind of be aggressive off the start, but no. Both the Viper and Luna kind of taking a step back, you will say, not kind of putting that aggressive front forward. One's going to go down, so no cooler for the side of Onix just yet. No, they do have it, but that one's going to go down here. Pollo just fighting their way in. They got to pick. Now they're going to kind of go off of that. One's gonna go down. No Viper for them, and now it looks like Pollo kind of capitalize on those early picks here as Onix able to pop the strikes, but not able to get any further. Nice shutdown on the hammer there.
Yeah, it's very nice right there. Unfortunately, a second hammer hit the balk right there, and the 2 down on the side of Onix. They do neutralize the right zone from them. Yacht looking to pressure Sky right there, but unfortunately has to back off and gets picked off right there before our teammate is able to clean up the mess. 2 down on the side of Pollo, but quickly back in thanks to Cooler. Onix is just looking to reestablish control of mid right here, and with a splashdown and those strikes, they are going to do it. I like to point out that earlier, like you pointed out, we were expecting to see the Blaster and the Splatana move in quickly, but they didn't. They actually baited Onix into thinking that they were actually quite afraid of either the Dynamo or some other aspect of the team, and was just able to bait all of the members in and get a kill and establish an early lead. But that early lead is now gone, and now Onix is the one in mid right here. 3 down though, and it looks like with that crab and that hammer, they're going to reestablish control right here, or at the very least neutralize zone, and not let Onix take any more points.
I mean, yeah, so far it's working out. Dynamo, nice pick there onto, Lula's nice pick onto Wake Up there, just making sure that Viper cannot get anything going. Luna's going to get one before going down themselves. It's very, very back and forth. Onix just keeping that zone. Dynamo on top mid just can keep the zones painted no matter what if you keep them clean. And so far it's working out for them as Pollo is struggling, it feels like, to find their way in. They have these hammers now, which is going to work for now. A very, very nice double kill. Yacht, though, able to just keep it neutralized as both these teams doing a fantastic job of not letting the other one get too many points on the board too quickly here. As Pollo, 2 members down, another hammer is trying to hit the zone, not quite able to do it, but Onix, through all of that, is still no penalty points, 25 points away from winning this game. And Pollo, at this point, it's kind of do or die. You have a hammer, you're gonna have a crab soon, you're gonna have to kind of force a fight here. You see the Luna just kind of dropping down, 10 ticks remaining on the board, hammer plus crab.
You need to do something right there.
Hammer's like popped out, going from behind, going straight for a bonk, not quite able to get it. It's holding on, splashed out to kind of cap it off. And if you can't believe it, if you can't believe in miracles, whatever you want to call it, Onix, my chain got the rocks. Those rocks better be diamonds with that first place finish, because wow, coming back from down 2-1 after a very, very unfortunate DC to take the set from Pollo. So absolute cinema.
No, they definitely deserve those diamonds, because let's be honest, they did not break underneath the pressure of Pollo. And even though they went down in set points, they were able to come back with the beautiful, beautiful recovery at the end of last game. In this game, they had momentum and they did not let off the driver's seat. They were quick to recognize and adapt both to Pollo's strategy last game as well as their opening strategy this game. And we're just able to, once Pollo revealed their tactics, they were able to sweep the rug out from under them and take